Several riders made their professional Supercross debuts over the weekend at the Houston Supercross during the first round of the 250 East Championship. While there was, of course, a lot of attention on Haiden Deegan, 3 more factory riders also made their debuts in KTM's Tom Vialle, Honda's Chance Hymas, and Husqvarna's Talon Hawkins. All of them impressed in their own ways, with each of them ending up within the top 11 at the end of the night and showing they certainly belonged in a field with some 250 race winners. The story of Haiden Deegan will be talked about a lot this week, as the 17-year-old social media star and son of freestyle motocross legend Brian Deegan had a lot of attention on him. After qualifying 7th overall, Deegan was one of the fastest riders on track in his heat race and then rode very consistently in the main event to take advantage of others' mistakes. A frustrating 5th place result in the Supercross Futures race at Anaheim 2 a week ago has now immediately been erased, as it appears the hype has been lived up to.
Passing Jeremy Martin, even passing Tom Vialle on the whoops, and hearing the crowd go wild, that stuff's just so sweet. And I can't wait to be doing that, passing for the lead. That's going to be surreal. So, yeah, there's Nate Thrasher, dude, there's winning guys behind me, It's crazy. It's like you're racing with the pro guys now, the guys you watch, So most of these guys have been in there some of them have been in there for 10 years, 10 seasons. And it's I used to watch these guys when I was 7.
If not for Deegan, Tom Vialle would have been perhaps the story of the night. The 2-time world motocross champion had little to no Supercross background when he hopped the pond back in October and jumped in head first. Having watched Vialle ride Supercross in just his 2nd week way back then, the speed at which he has learned Supercross has been astonishing. Working with the likes of Mike Brown and Alden Baker has rocketed the progression of Vialle to the point where Houston being his first ever Supercross certainly could have fooled us. A perennial hole shot master in his MX2 days, Vialle just missed it in his first ever main event, but shot right into the lead to lead the first 2 laps of his Supercross career. Though he was passed by eventual race winner Hunter Lawrence, he essentially had a podium on lock until a late moment in the race spoiled a spectacular night otherwise.
Until 5 laps to go, I think I just missed the rear brake and then I went out of the corner. Feel a little bit disappointed, of course. I think I could hold down and finish P3. I think I was pretty okay physically also. Just a small mistake. I'm gonna learn a lot from that. The day overall was good from the practice till the night.
No harm, no foul in the end though, as Vialle still ended up in 7th. Certainly the sky is the limit for the young Frenchman. Then there's the story of Honda HRC's Chance Hymas, who has a bit of a unique program. Teammate Hunter Lawrence is the guy for Honda on East, and from the beginning Honda has maintained that Hymas will race only a select few rounds of Supercross this year. Like the others, Hymas opened many eyes as he was 3rd overall in free practice and ran 2nd early in the main before slipping back to 8th. The reigning Supercross Futures champion from 2022 had unquestionably the most race experience on a Supercross track of the debut riders, but even that can feel a lot different than the big time.
With the Futures, we obviously got the experience in the daytime program, and even at Salt Lake where we got the race in the night show, there's so much to it, the fans and everything, but the nutrition part of it, you gotta keep eating, and you have to be on top of it. It doesn't seem like a big deal when you're thinking about it, but it's so hard to eat, especially between the heat race and the main. I'm trying to get food down, but I can't eat, but it's such a different, you don't know until you do it.
To have 3 debut riders all finish in the top 10 was remarkable, but the story doesn't end there. Rockstar Energy Husqvarna had a conundrum coming into East after Jalik Swoll spiral fractured his arm 10 days ago getting ready for the East Championship. 2 days later, Talon Hawkins led much of the Supercross Futures main in Anaheim before a few mistakes pushed him back to 3rd. Hawkins, like Vialle, did not have a lot of Supercross prep under his belt before this, after a torn ACL in 2022 sidelined him for what would have been several Supercross Futures rounds for him. He really started riding Supercross around the same time as Vialle, but unlike the world champ, Hawkins was not expecting to make his pro debut in Supercross this year. When Swoll got hurt, however, the call came that it was a go time for Hawkins.
Yeah, that's very true. I definitely got a lot more comfy as the day went on. So obviously a big point to work on. Obviously there's so much good to take from that. But now I need to work on getting up to speed faster and just being in the moment and just turning it on.
He qualified 21st, finished 7th in his heat race, and passed into 10th on the final lap of the main event, which were all personal goals that he met for himself. But it was more the consistent improvement on the day that may be the biggest takeaway for Hawkins. If where they all are after their first go is any indication, the ceiling for each of them may be rather high. Fortunately for all of them, they all get to line back up again 7 days after their first go to continue learning and progressing while competing at the highest level.